Alright, so we just got done at the deep end, and we did a lot of crazy exercises. So a lot of swimming underwater, and then coming out and doing a bunch of exercises on the shore. And then you see the sandbags and the buckets. We did some things where we had to like swim underwater and fill the bucket with air until the sandbags floated, and then swim back with no air. So it was a pretty intense workout. Like these guys are incredible. I hope to get to like a tenth of where they're at. So training for the rock run. Here we are. All right, so here are some of the exercises that we actually did at the deep end. So this first one was you had to jump in the pool, do a somersault, and then swim all the way across the pool without pushing off the wall. So you can see how relaxed and easy these guys are really making it look. I was a beginner, so I didn't have to do the somersault. I just jumped in and swam across the pool all the way. But yeah, all these guys they make it look so easy. Then the second thing was we had to do the sandbags and the buckets, right? So what we did was we put the sandbags under the water. You can see a little rope hanging out of the bucket, and so we would tie the rope to the sandbags and the bucket, and then we had to dive in the water. Well, we were in the water. We had to swim underwater to the bucket, again, 12.5 feet deep, blow into the bucket until it floated the sandbags. And then once the sandbags are floating, we could empty the air out and then go back down, grab the sandbags, and walk them all the way back to the wall. They were probably about to where that third line is, so we had to go all the way to the third line and back. Here, we're just doing bobs, and essentially you could just see how calm and slow these guys are. They let the air out of their lungs, they go all the way down to the bottom of this 12.5 foot pool, and then they just wait there. So the first time you go down, you wait 1 second. The second time you do 2 seconds, right? And they did this for about 5 minutes. And then you go up, get some breath, and then you go all the way back down. You can see this guy, he's doing it with his hands behind his back, even while he's treading water. So when he's at the top, he's really like gulping for air. These guys are insane how long they spend under the water. This one was just, you had a sandbag, and you had to tie a little rope to it, and then you had to do a little jump. And you can see those guys were doing like 2 or 3 jumps, and then you swim all the way back. You kind of tag your partner, then they come down and they grab the sandbag and they untie that knot with the rope. They do a couple of jumps with the bag, and then they swim that rope back to you, right? And then you grab it and you go back down and tie it to the sandbag again. But you can see how far they're going underwater and doing this, and how long, again, like, see how calm this guy looks? I feel like I was just like panicking and struggling and going as fast as I possibly could to do this. And so here's another guy who's just, again, incredible how long these guys can hold their breath. I hope that I can start getting as good as these guys are at just being so calm under there and holding my breath. So there was one guy who wasn't so calm. He had to come up for air. But you could see how good these guys are. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was one heck of a workout.